Did you know at some point you would have to fight Dustin, considering he's always in the top 5 at lightweight?
Yeah, I always thinking about him because he, I don't know, all his life in the top, on the top 5, and it's my dream fight someone like Dustin, who have big name in this sport, and I'm very happy because he is gonna be in my list. Yeah, I don't like the rematch because you don't have new motivation. Always you need to find some new target, new goal. But when you have rematch, it's same, same opponent, did some like sparring partners the same, which one you choose. That's why I always want to some new name.
And looking at Dustin since his fight against Khabib, how do you think he's grown as a fighter, or do you think he's kind of the same, just more experienced?
Uh, Honestly, he's the same. Maybe become more old, and he doesn't believe he can beat me. His coach doesn't believe he can beat me, and I know I can make this fight easy.
Khabib said he's expecting a finish sometime in round 2 or 3. Is that what you're also expecting?
Yeah, I will finish him because I'm in the different level. I'm a best fighter in the world right now.
Islam, you said that you don't believe Dustin thinks he can beat you. So if that's the case, do you believe when he's in there he might almost try and quit earlier on? Or do you think because it's his last chance at a title, he might fight until the very bitter end?
Honestly, my style, it's a war style for him. That's why he can beat some striker. He like one of the best striker in this game. But we're not striker. We're MMA fighters, and my skills on different level.
For you, I'm sure there must be a temptation that you could try and fight him on the feet and prove that you can beat him in that world. But is it your job as the champion to just go in there and win as effectively as possible and do whatever it takes in whatever avenue you need to do that?
Yeah, I can striking with him, but I told you guys, if I want to make this fight easy, I know the way, and everybody don't know the way. Always, when his opponent pressure him, take him down, he have same problem always.
He has said that if he loses this fight for the title, he won't try and climb back to the top again, and he may be done, in fact, with the sport after that. What would you describe Dustin Poirier's legacy if this was his last fight? How would you describe his legacy in MMA?
I hope he not retired after this fight, and I think he's one of the biggest name in this sport. That's why I respect him. I respect him here because he have a lot of crazy fights in this sport. And just happy to beat someone who have big name like Dustin. Because for the legacy, it's gonna be maybe biggest name in my list. My style is a war style for everybody. I can be 2 division champion, and I'm waiting for this chance.
Charles is undecided about his future. He doesn't want to face Hanno, and he's been challenged by Kobe in the welterweight. What would you advise him to do?
Charles is a good guy. If I can help him one day, he can join with us to the camp, come to Dagestan. He have very good striking, high level grappling. We can help him with the wrestling.
If he faces Kobe, what's your...
I think Charles can finish him because Charles, it's a very, very dangerous guy. He every second this guy looking for the finish, and how many finishes he have, I think more than everybody. That's why this guy have very, very high level skills.
Have you ever thought about retiring on top? Is that something that you would ever do, or?
Khabib retired because he's not become old, because his mother all his life miss him in the home, because he travel a lot, but I feel every camp I feel I am improving. When I feel I'm not improve, I stay same position or I go down, I don't want to fight. But right now, I check my conditions level, everything. Every year I check, and I always improve. But I don't think about retired right now because I have some target,
You guys had Bilal training in your camp for a little bit there, and he said after working with you that you were the LeBron James of MMA and that Khabib is the Michael Jordan of MMA. What does that mean to you?
Bilal, it's our close friend. He always, when he have time, join to the camp, help us, and we help each other, He have good experience in this sport. He working with Lara, our team's guys, and good advice. And I think maybe he will come to Dagestan for the next fight for the camp because he will fight in Europe, and it's gonna be easy to him come from US to Russia, training there a little bit, and move to Manchester.
If he wins the title, would that change your plans at all for maybe moving up to welterweight if he's able to defend it and hold it for a while?
It's hard question, but I think he can beat Leon because I saw how he training. He always want to improve, and if he beat Leon, I don't know. We have to sit with the manager, with the team, coaches, and talk about this.
What is the significance to you of having to be back in your corner? What does he bring that you feel you need to have him there?
This is mean a lot. It's like plus to striking 20%, to wrestling 20%, and to the plan. It's always great to have. I think everybody has said Khabib in the corner.
You've been here before, right? Right on the cusp of a title shot. But I wonder if this one, like, everyone's saying this is the last chance, and you said that yourself, if this one feels bigger than the others.
It doesn't feel bigger. Honestly, I feel more comfortable in this position than I ever have. I know it's big because where I'm at in my career, and like I've said over and over again, I'm probably not going to get another shot to climb the ladder. I'm 35. How many shots can you give somebody? How many times can I climb that mountain? But I'm trying not to focus on that part of it and just take it as another fight so I don't add any pressure. I think it says, to go undefeated is incredibly hard to do and crazy impressive. But to keep picking yourself back up after getting knocked down, showing that never say die attitude, pulling things together, learning from your past mistakes, and just have the grit in you to keep pushing forward when things don't look so well. I think it says a lot about the person and their work ethic and their self-belief. And you get to live on a different side. There's a lot of lessons on that dark side of not winning that you learn and go through life that the person who's undefeated might never go through. So I've learned a lot of lessons about fighting, but about myself through all of this.
Islam was in here earlier, and he says he has the worst style matchup for you, right? And you can understand why he would think that. You fought Khabib, that went how it went. How do you approach this fight differently to that fight and Islam's style in particular?
That fight was, years ago. If I'm not a better fighter than I was then, I wasted years of my life. But he's right. Over the last 18 years that I've been fighting, these are the toughest style matchups for me. Guys who are heavy wrestlers, top heavy, good top control. They're able to take the fight where they want it to be, and I'm the kind of fighter who does well in the fight. And if they can slow that down and make it more of a match or a competition, I need this to be a fight.
He was in here and he did say that you don't think you can win this fight, nor does your coach. Your coach doesn't think you can win this fight. Why is he wrong?
Because I can definitely win this fight. If I touch his chin, he'll go down. And he'll find that out on Saturday. Maybe that's something he doesn't need to believe. Maybe he needs to be positive and be confident walking into this, which he should be. But if you don't think I have a chance to win, you're lying to yourself.
And I know everyone's going to compare Khabib and Islam, but Islam was in here, and even his coach said, Islam, he thinks he has better boxing than you, wrestling, whatever. So I'm curious, when you do look at Islam's whole game, how would you rate his striking in there? Because, he said he's a high-level boxer, too.
And I believe him. But I would touch him up in a boxing match. And I don't know if he really believes that. Of course, anybody can land a shot and get beat. But I will box this guy. I will box his shoes off. I mean, I have great grapplers at American Top Team, great wrestlers. Mateus Gamrot beat me up for the past 6 weeks. But their style is different. You know, the way they ride, the way they use their weight in different positions. It's just a different style. But I think I have a better understanding of it since fighting Khabib. You know, I've never felt that kind of pressure before. And I think Islam's, obviously his takedowns are a little different, but his top pressure and in the grappling scenario is going to be similar. What else can I do in the sport? You know, I'm not bragging up here, but man, I've been fighting so long, and of my generation, I've fought the best guys at 155 pounds in the world, some of them twice. I've done it all, and I've beat a lot of them, but I haven't had the label of undisputed world champion, and that's the reason I ever put a pair of gloves on when I was 17 years old, to be the best in the world. And Saturday night, I have an opportunity, 25 minutes, to call myself the best in the world, and that's powerful, and that's something. It's not about money. It's not about the Hall of Fame, any records. It's about me accomplishing something I told my wife when I was 17 that I was gonna do, that I've been chasing and climbing back up to make happen. It's not about business. It's a personal thing that I think if I can get it done, I can look back and say, you know, I'm content. I'm proud of everything I did. I set a goal out as a kid that knew nothing about what I was walking into, but kept walking, you know, kept walking and picking myself up, and I got it done. Like he asked me the question about somebody who goes undefeated their whole career and defends their belt and stuff, and that's incredible and so hard to do. But somebody who's been thrown away, somebody who's been underdogged, somebody who's been beat and broken and put themselves back together and really fucking did it, you know, that's what I'm after. That's what I want.